what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this survival safe house. Well, I mean, it's kinda safe, mostly safe. It's like 65% safe at best. I mean, it's not gonna stop creepers blowing it up and the Ender Dragon burning it to smithereens, but you know, it'll get you most of the way there. If nothing else, it's a really cool standout house that would be quite hard to miss in a survival world. And the way that it works is this. So, you start off down at the bottom here, as you guys might imagine. All of your stuff is in the house, suspended at the top. The way that you get there is you come through the bottom center fence gate that we have here, one little layer of protection, and you would work your way up this waterfall. So this waterfall you can either stop off on the terrace just below the house, which you could add additional light to, or storage, or, and this bit's a little bit tricky, or you can climb the ladder just above the waterfall, and that would take you into the house itself, which of course you could store your bed and other various valuables in. And of course we even have this little balcony here if you felt the need to shoot stuff off of the end of it. Very cool design. As I said, stands out and is kind of like 60-ish% safe at best. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Please do remember to smack that like button for me if you do enjoy the design and if you do indeed build the house. I'd really appreciate that. Also consider subscribing if you do enjoy the channel. But without any further ado, why don't I show you how to build this thing? So if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some polished andesite, some stone brick stairs, some stone brick slabs, some cobblestone walls, some oak wood slabs, some oak wood stairs, some oak wood fence, some oak wood, and grab yourself some oak fence gate, glass pane, glass block, glowstone, wooden trapdoors, ladders, and some water. So once you have each one of those materials, and I can't guarantee that we won't need any more later on, but once you have these for now, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, and by the way, this house will fit in a 9 block by 9 block area, which is a very small amount of space on the ground. Well, if you want to, you can dig out the same 9 block by 9 block area that we have here, and if you do that, you want to begin on the very front bottom left hand corner of your area. And starting on top of this corner block, we're going to place a stone brick. Right of that, place 2 oak wood fence. 1, 2. Then a stone brick. Then we actually want to leave a gap. Place a stone brick, then 2 oak fence, then another stone brick. Then, going behind that stone brick, towards that way, we want to do 7 oak fence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then place a stone brick. Then coming across the back here, we want to place another row of 7 oak fence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then a stone brick, and then we want to connect the front of the build to the back of the build using oak wood fence. So we want to have something which should look like this. Now, you want to find inside of this square fence area that we have here, you actually want to find the center block. So it should be quite easy to find just by looking, but you want to find the very center block in this area. I'm sure that you guys will be able to find it like that. This center block is quite important because this is where the water is actually going to be flowing to. Around this area, I want you to dig out the space behind this block, to the left of it, to the right of it, and the space coming towards you, so you have a plus shape. Around this plus shape, place some stone brick slabs like this, so you want to form this shape. In the ground, you can actually place a stone brick right at the bottom center, or as a matter of fact, if you wanted to, you could just have like a solid stone slab shape going all the way around. The only reason that you might want to dip this bottom front one is just so that you can easily go up and down the waterfall, like that. So, what we're now going to do is we're going to take out the cobblestone wall, and we're going to place cobblestone wall on top of the 4 corner points of our fenced off area. We want to place a wall on top of each one of the 4 points, like this. On top of the wall, we want to stack 2 oak fence. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. 2. There we go. Then place a stone brick on top of the second fence. So just simply throw a brick on top of every one of those second fences, like you can see me doing right here. Perfect. Now we have to connect them together. So we're going to connect them together using stone brick slabs. Do a layer of stone brick slabs going all the way around like this, all the way around, connecting everything together as you can see me doing here. So once again, this might take a second or two, but boom, there we go. Now, we want to fill the top of this area in using oak wood slabs. So fill this empty space in with oak wood slabs. This is the area which is kind of going to be like a balcony / terrace area just underneath the elevated house. So, just like that. What you also want to do here is you want to add a stone brick on top of each one of the 4 corners of this platform that you've made. These want to be connected together using oak wood fence like this in a square, and once it's connected together you will end up with this shape, kind of like what we have down below. Now, we want to find the center of this platform, which once again should be quite easy and should correspond with what we have down there. So we want to find the center of this platform. Now, the difference here is we want to take out the polished andesite, and we want to place a polished andesite coming out of each one of the 4 corners of that empty space like that. So they want to come out of each one of the 4 corners of that empty space. So now that we have our 4 andesite, we actually want to place cobblestone wall on top of each one of them. And then on top of the wall, place stone brick blocks like this. We now want to place a row of stone bricks coming upwards from the back pair of andesite, coming up as high as the stone bricks to the left and right. We also want to place stone brick slabs at the base of each one of the front and back connecting andesites, with a glass block placed directly above. So, like this. Cool. Place a stone brick stairs coming in front of and outwards from each one of the 4 stone bricks, so coming out of the backs and the sides of each one of the 4 stone bricks, like this. We also want to place oak wood in between the stone brick stairs, so we want to place oak wood coming outwards from the upside down stone brick stairs, like this. And they want to be in between every single one of them, like this, even at the back. And as I said, they just want to sit in between the upside down stone brick stairs, like this. And the only way in which this differs is that I'm going to actually place a glowstone in between these 2 upside down stone brick stairs. I'm going to place a glowstone right there. So just so that provides a bit of light, I'm going to place it in between the 2 up front upside down stone brick stairs, like that. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to place a layer of oak wood that goes from front to back on the top left and top right hand side of the platform that we've made, like this. I want upside down oak wood stairs on the outer parts of the oak wood rows that we've just formed, like so. I now want to place on top of the upside down stone brick stairs that have glowstone on top of them, I want to place an oak wood plank on top of each. Then an additional oak wood plank. Then I want to connect them together at the top center, so it's going to form a shape which should look like this. Now, I'm going to go up on top of the left-hand set of oak wood stairs and the right-hand set of upside-down oak wood stairs, and I'm going to place 2 oak wood on top of each of them, like that. I then want to place 2 upward inward diagonals coming inwards from each one of those second blocks, like this. And then I'm going to connect them together at the top center, so forming kind of like a circular shape, such as that. Well, that's what we want to have. Now, if we move to the back of the build, we want to do kind of a similar thing. So at the back of the build, we're going to connect these 2 rows of oak wood together, like this. I'm then going to take the upside down oak wood stairs and place 2 oak wood on top of them. Then I'm going to mirror what we have at the front. So I'm going to place 2 inward diagonals using oak wood coming towards the center, and then I'll connect them together like that. Then I'm going to fill the back of this in using glass pane, like this. I'm just going to fill the back of this in using glass pane because this is the back portion of the house right there. Now on the front, I'm going to fill around the entrance or exit depending on how you view it, because it's really not like an entrance from anywhere other than the balcony. I'm going to place glass pane all the way around the oak wood plank entrance that we have at the front of the house right there. Now I want to fill in the left hand side and the right hand side of the house, kinda. So I want to use glass block, and I want to basically connect the front of the house to the back of the house like this. So I want to connect the 2 parts of the wood together, and then I'm going to kind of like frame things together. So I'm going to place the glass block connecting the front of the house to the back of the house like this. Perfect. And now we kind of have to, like I said, we kind of have to piece things together a little bit. So the next thing we want to do is we want to add detail and a roof. So we want to take out our oak wood slabs, and on the left hand side and the right hand side of the house portion of this, we want to place a layer of oak wood slabs in this position on the lower half of the upper glass and wood on the side of the house. We then want to place another row of oak wood slabs on top of that row, and then on top of the next row coming upwards, and even coming up the center of the middle, like this. We want to come to the opposite side, and we want to do the same thing, so coming out the side here, and on top of here, and on top of here, like this. However, that's not everything. We want to take out our stone brick stairs, and we want stone brick stairs coming outwards from the ends of the bottom row of oak wood slabs, like this. And then we want to connect these rows together at the middle on both the front and the back. So we want to place rows of stone brick slabs coming upwards, connecting together like this. So they actually want to connect together, hang on, like, oh come on, like that. There we go, half a row at a time connecting together at the top center. We want to come to the back, and we want to do the same thing. So they want to gradually come upwards half a row at a time like this, and we just want to connect them together like that. We also want to take the very top center block at the top of this, and we want to knock it out, and we actually want to replace it with a glowstone. So I'm going to knock that out, I'm going to replace that with a glowstone. I also want to place a few wooden trapdoors around it, both on the sides and the top, like that. Perfect. And we also want to add a balcony to the house. So just outside here, where we have like the glowstone and the upside down stairs, we just want to add a bit of a balcony. And to do that, we can just use our stone brick slabs, and we can just like place a row of stone brick slabs coming across from left to right like this. And then we want to place a row just in front of these 3, like that. And then we can kind of like build this up a little bit actually. So we can kind of like just build this up a little bit so that we have kind of like a ledge like that. We could even like knock out those bottom 3 and maybe this one and this one just to shape it a little bit, if that makes sense. Yeah, that looks a little bit better if you ask me. I'm also going to add some stairs or some ladders to the inside of the stone bricks here, coming upwards like that. We also want to add a floor to what we have up here, so I'm just going to add a floor to the base of the house like this. I'll make it out of stone. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. And then you can put whatever you want up here. And now we just have a couple more things to do. If we come down below here, just underneath this platform that we have, we want to add a little bit of lighting. So we're going to have to place some oak wood slabs first. But I'm thinking, coming inwards from each one of the corners diagonally, we'll leave a gap of one and we'll place like an oak wood slab block. So in these positions, and if we come to the back in this position, and in this position also, so you can see it's nice and even. I'm then going to place cobblestone wall coming downwards from each one of the slabs that I've placed. I also want to place a glowstone underneath these with a wooden trapdoor surrounding the glowstone. So in every single direction possible, place a wooden trapdoor coming out the glowstone. So the bottom, the sides, and all of that fun stuff like this. I'm just going to place them around here, like this. That's going the wrong way. And this is just going to provide us a nice little light source. It's also going to look quite good. It definitely adds a little something to the build. And then after this, we just have to add a little bit of water and maybe even a little bit of flooring and stuff around the base of here, and we'll pretty much be done. It's not an incredibly long house to build. It doesn't take too much time whatsoever. It looks really good, and it's made out of mostly materials that you would be able to find on survival, and if you can't for some reason, you would be able to substitute them. So there we have the light. I'm now going to dig around the base of this, so where we have like the green clay underneath all of the fence and stuff, and I'm also going to dig inside, like around where the water's going to fall. I'm going to dig underneath the fence, and this is going to be stone bricks, and then I'll dig around the waterfall and I'll make that oak wood. And well, nothing else to say about that. We just want to have this. That's good. And then I'm just going to dig the grass up, and like I said, I'll replace that with oak wood. We then have to add the water, maybe furnish the house a little bit with all of our various bits and bobs, make it a bit homier, and then we will be done, guys. But of course, any one of these steps can be messed about with, and you can do things in a different order and using different materials if you so wish. I did think to myself, a modern version of this house would actually look kind of insane. I may even make like a modern version of this, because I have kind of like a really cool idea for kind of like a modern safe house. I think I could make something that would look really, really awesome. Whenever I build something like this, kind of like survivally, I always think to myself, how would it look modern? I don't know. I always think that way. Also going to add a bed of like stone bricks or something just down at the base here. I probably have to do a better job of that. But now it's time to add the water. So I'm going to add a water bucket just below the ladder. So just here, just below the ladder, and that will flow nicely down into the pot. I shouldn't have added the slabs. And that will flow nicely, I said, down into the pool that we have here. That's kind of my own fault. And if I just cover up that water, silly me for thinking of stupid ideas. There we go. Fill that in. Then let's allow that water to dissipate, which it has. And now we can just add another... God damn it. And now we can just add another one. And this one should flow nicely, but it's because we added the slabs, kind of silly. But there we go. And now, if you want, you can also make it ever so slightly safer by adding a fence gate. And that will allow you to navigate from the bottom of this build all the way up to the top. And in the top here, you can add whatever you like, of course. These are just merely suggestions, but I would always advise a bed, chest, crafting table, furnace, and maybe even another chest if you wanted to, although we are kind of cramped for space up here like this, but you can always place like stuff here and here and here, and I don't know, that now you have a little bit of an area to kind of like walk around. You could even do like a similar thing here and here, and you could add, I don't know, like if you for some reason had like an end chest, you could even add one up here, and you could add all sorts of decoration and what have you. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the house in a nutshell. hopefully you guys have liked it. I think that this is a really cool designed house. I think it's a really interesting idea, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. So if you have, please do remember to smack that like button. I'd really appreciate that. If you have enjoyed the build, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love it if you guys could do that and check out some of my other stuff. Please, if you subscribe, say hello down there in the comment section. I will try my best to say hello back. And also, please do consider not only clicking the little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all of my videos sent directly to your sub box, but if you do, please leave a comment and let me know what I should make next. I'd love to see what you guys have in store for me down in the comments. I think a modern version of this would actually be kind of cool, and it would also be a little bit different also, but please let me know. I'd love to see what you guys have in mind. Also, please do, if you want to check out all of my other videos, if you're not satisfied with this one, check out the card system in the description below. We do all sorts of crazy stuff around here that ranges from anything from like Nintendo Switch houses, Power Rangers houses, like Enderman houses, to Hanging Tree houses, to, I don't know, like, that's the Family Guy house, that's the American Dad house. These are some more modern houses that I've made. So this is like a nice big modern house, and that's a modern mansion back there, and a suburban mansion. You guys get the idea. We do all sorts of crazy stuff around here. Please check